It has been 1 year since the release of the set that put the Pokemon TCG market into complete disarray. And while some things have gotten better, some things have stayed exactly the same. So let's look at Prismatic Evolutions 1 year later. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing the Zard. Today we're going to dig into Prismatic Evolutions. It's been a year since it released, and oh, what a year it's been. And really, the release of this set and the lead up to it, it threw the market into such disarray that it feels weird not to address it. So yeah, we're going to talk about it in this video. Now, while we talk about Prismatic Evolutions, we are going to open some stuff. We do have the full Mini Tin collection from Costco. I was able to get this a while ago thanks to my brother, so thank you for that, bro. I've never gotten to open any of these. Actually, my kids opened some of these before I did because they got some in their stockings for Christmas. I did not, because I only got enough for them and my wife, so they got to open. But yeah, it's my first time ever opening any of these. It should be about 16 packs. We do have Cosmo Holofoils of all the evolutions, as well as just for fun, we also have a surprise box. And we do have the newest and possibly final Prismatic Evolutions product, the Premium Figure Collection. Again, this one thanks to my brother. He was able to get it from me from Best Buy. Early in the morning, he waited there, so thank you for the second time. But yeah, we'll be opening this too, and finally getting those Black Star promos I've been waiting for. But let's start with the Mini Tins. Alright, all these Mini Tins is actually an extremely heavy display. But we have Cosmo Holofoils for all the evolutions. Got Jolteon, Glaceon, Espeon, and Vaporeon. Not seeing any swirls in these so far. Sylveon and Flareon. And then Umbreon and Leafeon. And then we have all the Mini Tins. Alright, so I took the Charizards down. I really want to get this visual. I believe this is the pattern they all make when they're put together. Worth messing up my desk? I don't know. But let's start with the Jolteon tin. 2 packs, a yellow Eevee coin, and the card art. Alright, we're actually just gonna go through, get all the tins out of here, and then I'll get my display back set up. Makes the most sense to me. Alright, so we have 16 packs of Prismatic Evolutions. I figured this was easier than just stopping like every 2 packs to open a Mini Tin. We'll start with pack number 1. Alright, so yeah, Prismatic Evolutions. It pretty much single-handedly destroyed the TCG. I think, having the Pikachu set right before that with the really hard to get Pikachu, that's kind of where it started, but I think people knew Prismatic Evolution was coming, and then they kind of sunk their claws into the TCG, especially the scalpers, and have made getting this set typically a nightmare. Duskull Reverse, Kieran Reverse, and Dragapult EX hitting pack number 1. Pack number 2. And as long as I had my date correct, the TCG, this set did release on January 18th, 2025. So yeah, we're 1 day away from a year on it. And pack prices, when it released, the market price was like $11.60-ish. It did reach a high of $13.62 in like early April. And then it reached a low of $7.90 in November and sadly started to climb back up from that, probably due to a scarcity of packs. And it's now at about $8.53. We have Baneri Pokeball, Slowking Reverse, and Sylveon Regular Holo. Pack number 3. Strangely, the ETB has done some really weird stuff. So the ETB 1 year ago on release was about 123, almost 124 market price. And then you saw it go to like in early March a high of like 140, which is a lot. That's a lot. And then it dipped down to in mid-June like 98. Again, still very high, more like almost double in June. That's the low, and now it's back to like 121. So it's close to where it was a year ago. So it'd be great if they could get more of those put out. I know that like Lowe's is even selling them for like $100+ bucks. It's disgusting, but we've had like them come out at Sam's Club, and that didn't really. You can probably line up the dips in the chart to when it released to Sam's Club and stuff, but they could do with another push of those ETBs. It would really help a lot. Noibat Reverse, Jolteon Reverse, and another Sylveon regular holo. Pack number 4. Now the Pokemon Center ETB is a completely different issue. It started very high because it was hard to get. Initially on release, as I recall, I was able to get 2, I think initially, maybe just 1, I can't remember. I do have 1 to hold now, but it started at like 250-ish. It did reach a low, I believe around 238 in July, and then October shot up to over 400 because I think we had like 1 or 2 restocks of it, and then it surged in price, and it's come back down. It's like 330 now, but I think that's only gonna keep going up. They're not putting out any more of those. All right, we have Pokeball, not a Master Ball yet, just a Pokeball, Glaceon, Houndour Reverse, and Bezendipity regular holo. Pack number 5. Now, the one piece of good news here is the booster bundle. They're in vending machines. They're not as hard to get. I only have seen them restock at retailers in a little bit, but they started a year ago at about 110. I don't think they didn't release with the set though, so those are pre-order prices. So the actual prices are closer to, I think, 70. A year ago, it did hit a high of 81-ish, 82-ish almost in early April. And then it's just been dropping ever since. I think right now it's like $58. Again, that's still more than double. It's too much, but it has improved. Pyroar, Pokeball, a lot of Pokeballs here today. Duskull Reverse, and the Dunsparce regular holo. Pack number 6. The next big product I would talk about would be the Super Premium Collection, because that is one of the more identifiable products. You're kind of seeing it come out a little bit now at some retailers, especially Best Buy had it, I think, last week. I was not able to get one, but there is rumors that I think Sam's Club will be putting up to them for like $70-ish. The MSRP is $90 on those. But yeah, when that released, the market price was around $250-ish. You did see it dip to nearly $200, and then when there was a drought of them, climb up to over $300. It's sitting at about $260 now, which is, again, it's a $90 product, but it has some promos in there, like the Fruit Salad Eevee. It has the Eevee deck box, a pretty good playmat, so it's pretty sought after. We have Kieran Reverse, Slowking Reverse, and Whimsicott regular holo. Pack number 7. Now, the next big thing to talk about would be the binder collection, which I guess with binder collections, they just don't print a lot of these at all. But it was one of the initial products on release. So, yeah, at release, it was, I think, $50-ish, it looks like. But again, they don't make a lot of those. I did happen to get some at later restocks. And it did have a high, about 78, almost $80-ish. It did dip to a low, back down to 50 in about early June, I believe. And then it's back climbing up to its regular high because, again, they don't really make a lot of the binder collections. It's currently sitting at about 73. I expect that to keep going up. Got another Pokeball, so many Pokeballs. Groudon Reverse and Glaceon regular holo. Can I get something other than Pokeballs, please? Pack number 8. Now, the accessory pouch collection, I think, was one of the slightly later releases coming out in about early April. And upon release, it was like $57-ish market price. I do know that it actually got kind of closer to MSRP than most of the other products. I think it got down to a low in early July of near to 40-ish. But then it's been kind of steady, maybe slightly going back up. It's sitting at about 49 now, close to 50, which is near what it released at, so it's similar to the ETB. We have Bronzong Reverse, Houndoom reverse, and Groudon regular holo. I believe it's pack number 9. And finally, the last of the boxes to talk about would be the binder collection. Sorry, not binder. Poster collection. There we go. It was one of the release products. It did release, and I think it was at like 30-ish, as I recall. 31-ish dollars market price. It did go up to like 37-ish. Did scoop down to actually 20, near 25. Actually, the closest thing I think we got to an MSRP product. I think the MSRP for that was like 18-ish, maybe 17. Text up top will definitely tell me if I'm wrong. And now it's kind of climbing back up. It's near the 30-ish. I don't think there's a lot more of those going out anymore. Who knows what they're going to reprint anymore for Prismatic, but I don't think the poster collection with the promos in there and the big poster is, a smart one, because it probably costs a lot more to make. We have Furfrou reverse, Carmine reverse, and Espeon regular holo. These mini tins are mean. Pack number 10. I'm going to take a break for this pack and not talk about products or prices and just go through the back. We have Execute, Sneasel, Professor's Research, Dusclops, Carmine, Great Tusk, Professor's Vitality, Roto Stick, alright, another Pokeball, surprise, Black Belt's Training reverse, and Groudon regular holo. Pack number 11. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the minutia of going through every individual mini tin, but yeah, so those I think typically have been sitting around $30, sometimes getting up to $40 depending on the Pokemon that's on it. Of course, Umbreon commands a higher price, but they've been fluctuating between 30 and 40, closer to 40 for a good bit. And then we did have the Costco drops, which actually got them closer down to 20. They are dropping recently. They're down to like 24-ish now, being 20 and 24 depending on the Pokemon on there, because they have had some drops through Walmart where people go able to get some. And I imagine mini tins they tend to print a lot of, so I imagine we'll see more of those maybe in smaller packs in the future, especially like Sam's Club. We have Sneasel reverse, Hippopotas reverse, and Orange Moon regular holo. Pack number 12. Now the final product we have to talk about, I'm not going to go over like the pricing for like the news thing, like the figure collection, because it's brand new. Price is probably weird and crazy all over the place. But we have the text stickers, which I have utterly failed in getting. I will show you in a moment because I didn't bring them. I had to go get them, but I did buy the promos off TCGplayer because I can't find them in store. I can't get them online to save my life. But those have been they're really released. I think their MSRP is like 15-ish. They released and they were sitting at release at about 29-ish, 30-ish dollars. They jumped to 38-ish. Got to a low of around 29-ish, 20-ish dollars again. Around, I think it was, just check, use my laptop over here. Yeah, that was back in June. And then they have started dropping again recently. They've started showing up at Target. They've been available online. They're going back down to around 29-ish. Again, still double their price, still too high, but an improvement. We have Black Belt Training reverse. And Dusk Noir regular holo. So I think this Iron Boulder was, also a Pokeball, I think. Yeah, very faint and hard to see on the Paradox Pokemon. Pack number 12. So to pretty much no one's surprise, the cards in this set have stayed kind of in the same order. You're looking at the Umbreon is the top card. I know that it is finally below $1,000. It took a bit, and it did get down there. I think went back up for a little bit, and then it's since dropped. It's around $940-ish now. Of course, that will fluctuate by the time I actually get this out. We have another Pokeball reverse pincer, Houndoom reverse, and Okidogi regular holo. Pack number 14. And I'm pretty sure with all the other Eeveelution SIRs, they kind of follow the same path where they, had the release and you'd have that hope they go down. and they got really high, and then they dropped kind of again. I mean, hopefully I put the chart up here. I don't sound like an idiot, but there's always like a raise, a dip, another small raise, and it's slightly going back down now. It's the same case with the Sylveon sitting at about 306, the Leafeon sitting at 240-ish, and with the Espeon sitting at 200. We have Executor, Crispin Reverse, Litleo Reverse, and Iron Boulder Regular Hollow. I'll just take an EX now. Why is there only one hit in all 16 of these packs? Pack number 15. One thing interesting we did have happen was that the top cards, all the top 9 was all Eeveelutions and Eevee. Except when you got to now, you have the top 5 going from Umbreon to Vaporeon. It's also the Glaceon at 6. Both of those are about 175-ish, 180-ish. And then the Roaring Moon has Surge Pass, Flareon, Jolteon, and Eevee. It's hitting at about 156, probably like 160 by the time this video comes out. Of course, there's going to be, we're almost at the 1 year anniversary, so there might be some stuff going with the price on this. People might people like me probably do videos on it. People might get more interested in it and try to get some of the cards. We'll see what happens. We have Hoodoo Reverse, Slowpoke Reverse, and Lugia EX, so at least another hit of some sort. And the last pack from these utterly horrible mini tins. I think, after Eevee, you finally get cards that drop under $100, the SIRs. Of course, there's the Umbreon Master Ball sitting at 60. But remember, there's 32 SIRs in this set. They do have God packs. They do have Demigod packs. The full God pack has like Reverse Hollow Eevee, followed by all the Eeveelutions at SIRs, and then the Eevee SIR at the very end, which I wish I could pull that. You have Demigod packs where you get like 3 SIRs and all the Reverse Hollow and the rare slots. So we do get Maximum Belt Reverse Hollow, Maximum Belt Ace Spec, Larvitar Reverse, and Glaceon Regular Hollow. But yeah, there's so many SRs in the set. There's no illustration rares. There's Pokeballs. There's Master Balls. We pulled just a lot of Pokeballs recently. And at least we did get a third hit out of this. But yeah, it's just crazy. The hit rates are so unpredictable that makes the card prices just crazy. And it's just because the other SIRs are so unwanted, especially the trainer ones, that it might not be a terrible time to pick some of them up cheap, or maybe in like a few months to see the prices go lower. If you're trying to master set this, it might actually be a decent time. Well, that was some of the worst mini tins I have ever opened. Yeah, I don't recommend you do that, what I just did. It was not worth it. Luckily, it was from Costco. Those mini tins were below MSRP. They weren't even nowhere near market price, below MSRP, which is great, because they utterly destroyed this opening. But let's go with the surprise box, then we move on to the new product, the Premium Figure Collection. Now, this was actually one of the easiest products to get for a while. It's also one of the worst packed. We'll see what we get out of here. First off, we have deck dividers. We do have 4 packs, and then our promo is Espeon. It's just a stamped one from the set. I think the Umbreon is the most expensive one from here. Surprise, surprise. And I don't think they have an Eevee. No, they do have an Eevee, so there's 9 options in here. Alright, so we have another 4 packs. Hopefully there's more than Pokeballs in here. Alright. So yeah, we've gone over the products, we've gone over the big cards. I do expect we're going to see more Prismatic Evolution throughout the next year. I don't think it's going to be new products at this point. I think the figure collection is like the last planned one they have. But I do think we're going to see a lot of reprints. And then they're going to be probably like, I see them a lot at Target. We're already seeing them at Best Buy with SBC. I think it's one of those supposed to go to, like, there's a rumor it's going to go to Costco for a long while. It's supposed to be going to Sam's Club. We'll see if that happens. We have another Pokeball, the Dunsparce, and our Archelodon. Pack number 2. But I will say this, like I say for most things, if it's still in print, don't pay market price for it. Vending machines still have booster bundles of this. I've been able to get a few of those at least. I think we'll see this back in stores. Definitely ETBs, booster bundles. I would think more, definitely of the super premium collection, and definitely more of the premium figure collection. So if you don't have those products yet, and I mean, like I said, the text sticker collection, I'm able to get it, but there's some they've been popping up at Targets and stuff, Walmarts. So you can probably still get those if you're like really on it in a Discord maybe, and getting alerts for stuff. We have Seeking Reverse, Explorer's Guidance Reverse, and Airy Full Art Trainer. I believe we do have this one, but at least it's a different kind of pool and not a Pokeball. Pack number 3. I feel like I have those mini tins. I'm doing SIR. I know I won't get one. I wish this was reverse holo because the next would be SIR. You got back, but it's not. But I would like something nice in one of these packs. We have Glass Trumpet, Suicune Reverse, Kieran Reverse, and Fluttermane regular holo. And the last pack before we jump over to the premium figure collection. Another Demigod pack would be fun. I'm not gonna complain about it. We have Noibat, Bronzong, Techno Radar, Diplin, Black Belt's Training, Pokeball, another Pokeball. So yeah, the trainers don't have Master Balls, they only have Pokeballs. The Pokemon have Master Balls. Duskull Reverse and Noctowl regular holo. And now we have the final product of this opening, and the newest product for Prismatic, the Premium Figure Collection, featuring Espeon and Umbreon. Alright, now we have 2 Black Star promos in here. First off, we have the Espeon EX. This is a full art. There's texture on it though. It's nice. I've been worried that I wouldn't be able to get these from a Black Star promo binder because they're also kind of expensive. They have gone down in price though, so it's not too crazy to get them if you can't find this box. Also, we have the Umbreon EX, and this is SVP 176. The Espeon was SVP 175. It does come with a joined Espeon and Umbreon pin. We have sleeves featuring Espeon and Umbreon. We do have the figure featuring, of course, Espeon and Umbreon. You have full 360 that. And finally, we do have 11 packs of Prismatic Evolutions. Pack number 1. And just to reiterate again, I do think the likelihood of any new Prismatic products it's low. Especially because they already did like the wholesale club big box with the Tyranitar EX and what was the other Pokemon in there? Lucario EX premium collection. So since we've already had that go out, I think they're pretty much done making products. They're just gonna reprint stuff. We have Rescue Board. Diplin has to be a Pokeball, yep. Pinsir Reverse and Fluttermane regular holo. Pack number 2. Just now realized that my camera was bumped a little bit and it was not in the right spot. Should be fixed now though. We have Dreepy, Miltank, Havenberry, Shaman, Prestator Scenario, Slowking, Hoot Reverse, Slowpoke Reverse, and Giacomo Full Art Trainer. So again, at least it's something different. Pack number 3. Yeah, if you found this video informative, definitely let me know in the comments. If you think I should just shut up and open packs, that's a fair comment to make too. But definitely let me know in the comments. You can like the video, toss a subscribe would be great. We have Lacy Pokeball, their Pokeball, Aerozeria Under Death Reverse, and Munkidori regular holo. Pack number 4. I really hope in the very depths of my heart that they never, ever, ever do Pokeballs and Master Balls again, because I just feel like all those Pokeball hits could have been illustration rare or something else. And nope, Pokeballs. Bronzong Reverse, Houndoom Reverse, and Iron Boulder regular holo. Pack number 5. I think all total will be opening 31 packs of this set. And we have, I think so far opened 26 25, and we have 5 hits. Typically the hit rate's a little better than that. I think we get a few more EXs. The mini tins, that middle bit, really messed us up. Buddy off in Pokeball. Oh, come on. Apple in reverse and Noivern an EX, so at least something, a hit, an EX. I'm fine with that. Pack number 6. I mean, maybe this is just my luck kind of balancing out, because my last opening I did really well, had some really big hits right out the gates for Crown Zenith and 151. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Might be a link up here, definitely be a link down in the description. But talking about master sets, went over what I think are the 3 different types of master sets. I got some really good pulls and some progress towards my own master sets, so definitely check that video out. We have Riolu, another Pokeball, oh my god, Okidogi Reverse, and Glaceon regular holo. Pack number 7. I'm like almost afraid to open these just because I'm worried it's going to just all be Pokeballs. Now the only other set in the English TCG with Pokeballs is Black Bolt and White Flare. As far as I know, Ascended Heroes will not have these. I really hope they keep it that way. Please don't add those to this. We have Apple in reverse, Cypher Maniac's Codebreaker in reverse, and Blood Moon Ursaluna regular holo. This is pack number 8. Alright, we're 28 packs in. So we shall see. Is that math right? 16 plus 4 is 20. Yeah, 20, 11, 31. 31 total. Pack number 28. We have Groudon reverse. Okay, we did get an SIR, finally, something. Oh, finally. Oh, I was worried we were going to go like this whole opening and just get really messed up. But we have the Iron Crown EX special illustration rare. I'm happy with that. It's the one I don't have it. It's about $35 market price. Not terribly expensive, but it's the best hit we've gotten all day. And like with all our best hits, that goes right there. But that was pack number 28. Now we're up to 7 hits, so we're back to our regular, somehow, our regular 1 out of 4. I don't know how that happened. Pack number 29. The chance of getting other SIRs now is extremely low since we pulled one. But again, at least we pulled something. We do have Eevee, Earthen Vessel, Dipplin, Cypher Maniac's Codebreaking, Dracloak, of course it's a Pokeball, Dunsparce Reverse, and Okidogi regular holo. Pack number 10 and 30 overall. Maybe we can squeeze out one more hit. Would be nice. We have Duskull, Cottony, Professor Tur's Scenarios, Shaman, Ogre's Mask, Binding Mochi Reverse, Goldeen Reverse, and Eevee EX. So at least another EX. It's been a while since we pulled like any sort of decent evolution, so that's good to have too. Although I guess you wouldn't consider Eevee an evolution. It is Eevee, and what evolves from it is an evolution. And now we're on to our last pack this opening. I mean, with 31 packs, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. That's technically better than 1 out of 4, so hooray. If we'd open up one more pack, we'd be right back to probably 1 out of 4. The mini tins really did let us down. But let's open this and let's do a customary flip. And maybe some last pack magic would be nice. Now, hopefully this is being recorded on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And then the next Monday, which is going to be before this video comes out, I'm starting the 30-day video challenge from Deep Pocket Monster Pat Flynn. We'll see. Hopefully, I start getting this up the next day. I still have a little bit of work to do on it. Gonna record some video after this. But if you're if you're already subscribed to the channel, or if you want to, or you want to look at some short form content, I definitely do post some of that. Please check it out. We have Professor Tur Scenario Reverse, Hoot Reverse, and nope, Glaceon regular holo, no final hit. Alright, that does it for this opening. A little bit of rough opening, but at least the hit rate kind of stabilized in the end. But yeah, it's been a year later. Some stuff's gotten better, some stuff's gotten worse for Prismatic Evolutions. Definitely let me know in the comments whether you're still trying to get this set, Will you be going for any of the reprinted or restocked items? Because who knows whether they're restocked or reprinted. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, let me know what if you're going for this set still, and I will see you on the next video.